Your legs are getting weaker. Right now, today, every single day, you are not doing anything about it. And here is the frightening part. By the time most people notice, they have already lost years of strength. It shows up as a stumble on the stairs, a wobble getting out of the car, or that moment when standing up from a chair suddenly requires using your arms for help. But what if I told you there are just 2 exercises, 2 simple movements you can do at home that can stop this decline and even reverse it? No gym membership, no expensive equipment, just your body, a chair, and about 10 minutes. These are not the exercises most people talk about, but the science behind them is undeniable. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why your legs have been getting weaker and what you can do about it starting today. Before we dive deeper into this life-changing information, if you have not subscribed yet, please hit that button and turn on notifications so you never miss health information designed specifically for you. Here is how you can help me create better content for this community. If you find this video valuable, please type the number 7 in the comments section below. Alternatively, if something is missing or remains unclear to you, type 0 and let me know exactly what you would like to see more of in the future. The first exercise we will discuss activates what scientists call your second heart. Yes, you heard that correctly. You have a second heart in your body. And the reality is that most people over the age of 60 have never activated it properly. The second exercise builds the exact strength pattern you use dozens of times every single day of your life. Consider the movements you perform constantly: getting out of bed in the morning, standing up from the toilet, or rising from a comfortable chair. These movements seem incredibly simple, until the day comes when you can no longer do them, and then everything in your life changes. Let us now turn our full and undivided attention to the first vital exercise in this program, the calf raise. At this very moment, I know exactly what thoughts might be crossing your mind regarding this specific movement. You might be strictly analyzing the movement and thinking to yourself, calf raises. Really? That seems almost too simple to be truly effective or transformative. However, I urge you to suspend that disbelief and stay with me, because what actually occurs within your internal systems when you perform this movement correctly goes far beyond the simple act of strengthening the muscles in your lower legs. Your calf muscles, which are situated specifically at the back of your lower legs, are frequently and accurately referred to by experts as the body's second heart. It is crucial to understand that this title is not just a catchy phrase or a clever marketing slogan designed to grab your attention. On the contrary, this designation is based entirely on real, fundamental human physiology. Consider the mechanics of your circulation. Every single time your calf muscles contract, they actively squeeze the veins located deep inside your lower legs. This powerful squeezing action is the primary mechanism that pushes blood upward, fighting directly against the constant force of gravity to return that blood back toward your heart. Without the presence of strong, active calf muscles to perform this essential pumping duty, the blood can begin to pool and stagnate in your lower legs. This failure in circulation leads to a cascade of negative physical symptoms, including noticeable swelling, the development of unsightly varicose veins, a persistent sense of fatigue, and in the most serious cases, the formation of dangerous blood clots. To validate the importance of this movement, we look to a fascinating study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology. This research carefully examined exactly what happened to older adults who committed to performing regular calf exercises over a specific period of 12 weeks. The results observed by the researchers were truly remarkable. Not only did the participants build significantly stronger calf muscles during this trial, but they also demonstrated significant, measurable improvements in circulation throughout their entire lower body. The benefits documented in the study extended even further than one might expect. The participants' blood pressure improved. Furthermore, they reported experiencing significantly less leg swelling and a reduction in overall fatigue. And surprisingly, the participants also showed distinctly better balance and an increased walking speed. You might ask, why would simple calf exercises improve balance and speed? The answer lies in the biomechanics of movement. Strong calves give you the necessary power to forcefully push off the ground with each and every step you take. That specific push-off action is exactly what propels you forward efficiently when you walk, and perhaps most importantly, it is the mechanism that helps you catch yourself effectively if you ever start to fall. Here is the precise method to perform a proper calf raise. Stand with your feet about shoulder width apart. You can place your hands on the back of a sturdy chair or against a wall for light support. This exercise is not about balancing on one foot yet. It is entirely about control and proper muscle activation. Before you begin the movement, take a moment to feel your posture and stand tall. Pull your shoulders slightly back and engage your core gently, as if someone might tap you lightly on the stomach. Now, slowly raise your heels off the ground so that you are rising up onto the balls of your feet. As you lift, exhale slowly through your mouth, taking about 2 seconds to reach the top position. At the very top, you must pause. Hold this position for a full 2 seconds so that you feel a strong contraction, a genuine squeeze in your calf muscles. Do not just go through the motion, really feel those muscles working. Then, and this is crucial, lower your heels back down slowly, taking another 2 to 3 seconds for the descent. As you lower, inhale through your nose. This controlled lowering is called the eccentric phase, and it is actually where much of the muscle building happens. Many people rush this part, but that is a mistake because the slow descent is just as important as the lift. Start with 3 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions, resting for 30 to 60 seconds between sets. Do this 3 times per week, and remember you can do it while waiting for your coffee to brew or during commercial breaks while watching television. As you get stronger over the next few weeks, you can increase the difficulty in several ways. Try holding the top position for 3 or 4 seconds instead of 2. Alternatively, perform the exercise on one leg at a time using the chair for balance. You could also hold light weights in your hands. Even soup cans or water bottles work perfectly. There are common mistakes to watch for. First, moving too quickly, especially on the way down, reduces the effectiveness and can strain your Achilles tendon. Second, not lifting high enough is a problem. You want to get as high on the balls of your feet as you can while maintaining control and without leaning too far forward or backward. Keep your body upright and let your calves do all the work. Within just 2 to 3 weeks of consistent practice, you will notice differences. Your legs will feel less heavy by the end of the day. You will push off the ground more powerfully when walking. And you might even notice that any swelling you typically experience in your feet or ankles starts to decrease. That is your second heart waking up. We now move on to the second vital exercise in our program, which is the chair squat. This specific movement is the precise moment in our routine where we begin to build what is known as serious functional strength. When I speak of this strength, I am referring to the specific kind of physical capability that directly determines whether you can continue to live independently for the next 20, 30, or perhaps even 40 years of your life. This powerful exercise specifically targets and strengthens your quadriceps, which are the large muscles situated on the front of your thighs, and it also simultaneously works your glutes and your core. You must realize that these are the exact muscles you utilize every single time you perform the simple act of standing up or sitting down. I want you to pause and think deeply about how many times you actually do that specific movement every day. It happens continuously throughout your daily routine, when you are getting out of bed in the morning, when you are sitting down for your meals, when you are using the bathroom, and when you are getting in and out of a car. In fact, studies suggest that the average person stands up and sits down between 40 to 60 times per day. That is a massive volume of movement. Now, I want you to imagine a reality where each one of those movements became difficult for you to execute. Imagine the frustration of needing to use the strength of your arms to push yourself up every single time you tried to stand. That specific struggle is exactly when your personal independence starts slipping away. But please know, it does not have to be that way. To truly grasp why this specific exercise is non-negotiable for your long-term health, we must examine the rigorous scientific evidence that supports it. There is specific research published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research that sheds light on this exact topic. This study carefully followed a group of adults who were all over the age of 65. The protocol they followed was straightforward yet powerful. These adults performed variations of the squat exercise just twice weekly. They maintained this consistent routine for a total period of 16 weeks. When the study concluded, the results were described as absolutely transformative. The physical changes were substantial, as the participants increased their leg strength by an average of 32%. Think about that magnitude of improvement in such a short time. Beyond just raw strength, the study found that their walking speed improved. Furthermore, their balance scores improved dramatically, which is a critical factor in maintaining stability. However, the benefits went deeper than just the physical metrics. Perhaps most importantly, their internal sense of confidence improved. The participants explicitly reported feeling more stable and more capable in their bodies. This physical assurance had a profound ripple effect on their lives. They became more willing to engage in social activities. They were able to rejoin the world because they were finally not worried about their physical limitations holding them back. Here is how to perform a chair squat correctly. Choose a sturdy chair, one that does not have wheels and will not slide, noting that the height matters. Ideally, when you sit in the chair, your knees should be at about a 90-degree angle. If the chair is too low, it makes the exercise too difficult to start, but if it is too high, you will not get enough benefit. Stand directly in front of the chair, facing away from it. Your feet should be about shoulder width apart with your toes pointing slightly outward at about 10 to 15 degrees. Before you move, establish your posture. Chest up, shoulders back, and core gently engaged. Keep your gaze forward, not down at the chair, and begin the movement by pushing your hips back as if you are reaching for the chair behind you. As your hips move back, your knees will naturally bend. Keep your knees tracking in the same direction as your toes, and do not let them collapse inward. Your weight should stay balanced through your heels and midfoot, not up on your toes. As you lower yourself, inhale deeply through your nose and lower yourself slowly and with control until you lightly touch the chair. I mean lightly. This is not about plopping down, as you are just making contact. The moment you feel the chair, pause for just a second, then exhale through your mouth and stand back up. Drive through your heels and squeeze your glutes at the top. The entire movement from standing to touching the chair and back to standing should take about 4 to 6 seconds. Start with 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions. As you build strength over the coming weeks, you can make this more challenging. Lower yourself more slowly, taking 5 or 6 seconds on the descent. You can pause for 2 or 3 seconds when you touch the chair before standing back up. Or, you can gradually use a lower chair, which increases the range of motion and difficulty. Eventually, you might not need to actually sit down at all. You will squat down until your thighs are parallel to the ground and then stand back up. That is the ultimate goal, but there is no rush, so progress at your own pace. There are common mistakes to avoid. First, avoid letting your knees shoot forward past your toes, as this puts excessive strain on your knee joints. The movement should be dominated by your hips moving back, not your knees moving forward. Second, avoid rounding your back. Keep your spine neutral and your chest lifted throughout the entire movement. Finally, avoid rushing through the repetitions. Remember, this is about control and muscle activation, not speed. What you will notice within 3 to 4 weeks is remarkable. Standing up from chairs becomes effortless. Getting out of your car feels smoother. And climbing stairs requires less effort. You are not just building muscle, you are building functional, real-world strength that translates directly into daily independence. So, here is your action plan. 3 times per week, set aside just 10 minutes. Start with 3 sets of calf raises, performing 10 to 12 reps each, and rest for about a minute. Then move into 3 sets of chair squats, performing 8 to 10 reps each. That is it. 20 minutes total per week to protect your independence, strengthen your legs, and activate your body's second heart. The decline in leg strength is not inevitable, it is a choice. And now you know exactly what to do about it. Will it be easy every single day? No. Some days you will feel strong, while other days you might only manage 1 or 2 sets, and that is perfectly okay. What matters is consistency over time. In 3 months, you will look back and be amazed at how much stronger you feel. If you found this valuable, please type 1 in the comments. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, the best time to start was 10 years ago, but the second best time is right now, today. Your future self will thank you for every single repetition you do today. Stay strong, stay mobile, and I will see you in the next video.